Okay, Ben. So here in from out of town, or wait, are you staying at home right now, or are you home?
I'm at home right now. Yep.
Okay, so you're back in Ohio. How many days this week have you come over to wrestle here with Coach Burnett?
This is my second day. Came over. First day I came over, showed a little crackdown work, and today I showed a couple of my moves on top.
Showed some assassins 2, all of them.
Yep. Showed assassin part 2, crossface cradle, and leg tilt.
You know, and Coach Eric was asking, if you ever won the junior high state, which you never did, right?
Nope.
What were you, third?
Highest I got was third. 7th grade year I didn't place.
Really?
Yeah.
And in 8th grade, you're third?
Third, yep.
What weight were you as an 8th grader?
I want to say, I don't really remember the exact weight class, but I was like 80-something.
You were 86, I think.
90-something.
Yeah, 86 or 90, right?
Yeah.
And then your freshman year, you were 120, I believe.
120, yep. So I hit a spurt there.
So wrestling, like bigger guys now, you're essentially did what Dave Taylor did, what Tommy Rollins did.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys who bulked up, they got bigger. Do you think it helped you wrestling little guys to start?
Oh, for sure, because like that's where I really got my basis of really scrambling a lot and starting to work on top. And then as I kept gaining weight, the guys got worse at scrambling and worse at being on bottom. Relied more on strength instead of technique, where I feel like the lower weights rely more on technique.
In talking to you through all these years, Coach Burnett you don't wrestle his style really.
No.
Right? Their style is barrel roll, inside tie. Your style is, if you grab my leg, we're going to do some rolling. I'm going to get on top. Right? You're going to make some space, make some scrambles happen for you, use your length against people. How do you think a coach like that was able to get you to the next level?
Well, what Bernie really, really taught me what to do is how to have solid position, how to work hard every day in the practice room, and honestly how my bottom came a lot from Eric. How to seal off, I'm giant. I got windows for days when I'm on bottom. Being able to seal out and shift my weight to different sides. Bernie was really influential on that, where I feel like when I got to college, I transitioned really well on the mat, and I think that's a lot to do with him.
Big influences in your technique have been Ben Askren with the funk, and then obviously your top work, Mitch Clark.
For sure.
Okay. When working with those guys, do you think Coach Burnett, did he really ever try and steer you away from those guys or push you to those guys?
Oh, no. Bernie's, he knows I'm going to go back and probably pick up something and bring it back to him. He's always trying to learn new stuff to show. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Bernie will show new stuff if it's good. And he definitely pushed me to see people that influence my style. So why wouldn't you want to learn it all?
Who do you think probably influenced you the most? Obviously, Coach Burnett was about the position, the hard work, doing the right things, whereas Mitch Clark is probably the greatest top wrestler, arguably, in the history of the NCAAs, right? First period tech fall in the NCAA finals.
Yeah, crazy.
And, obviously, Ben, an innovator with funk. Who do you think that you've gotten maybe the most out of? It's a tough question, I know.
That's a very tough question because they all influence my style equally, but I feel like I got to say Bernie just because he instilling the values to want to learn, to want to work hard, really allowed me to incorporate all of those into what I was going to do. So I would say Bernie influenced my wrestling the most, and then probably Mitch Clark. But now I like to just kind of make up my own stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. I like to make up a lot of stuff. I'm still learning from Yanni, Kyle Dake, Gabe Dean, people like that. But trying to learn stuff every day.
When you look at it, you're going to have 2 years left. We don't know what the future holds, man. Right. We don't know if you guys are going to have a season. We know what the Ivy did. They've canceled the fall season.
Yes.
Right? Yep. You guys are in the Ivy. You're one of the 8 Ivy League schools. 6 of the 8 have wrestling. The future holds. What is Coach Cole telling you? Gray telling you? What are these coaches telling you at Cornell? Do we have any idea, a better picture? Or are you just like everybody else? We don't know. I'm
kind of in the dark a little bit right now. We haven't scheduled classes yet for school. We're still kind of figuring stuff out as it goes. We had a meeting with our AD a couple weeks ago, and from what he was saying at the time, we should be able to have practices in the fall, just no competition. And I don't know, probably working more with smaller groups though, instead of big, practices.
Full team practice, right?
It's probably gonna be more individualized, so it's not a bunch of people in one area. But that's about all I know so far.
So classes, you don't even have any idea about any of that,
no
whether
idea.
You're going to be in person or what, right?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be. We're trying to do some sort of hybrid system, but that could change. Out by the hour.
It could change. We don't even know. I don't even know they were going to have camp today, right?
Right.
I was just we just don't know. when you look at it, if you've ever listened to me call a match, I always say whenever someone takes top, I don't know if you know what accompanies it. Do you know what company accompanies it?
No.
He's going to go Mitch Clark. He takes top.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
are we going to switch that over to he's going to go Ben Darmstadt take top?
Ha.
Like,
well, I gotta attack my guy in the first period with top wrestling. Then I feel like
Okay.
that's probably what I gotta do.
that's literally what I say. I go, he's going to go Mitch Clark take top.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, is there a better guy to learn from with your body frame and your style?
No, he is without a doubt the best leg rider that there's ever been. His system, I think, it's the perfect system on top. You know, I've won so many matches with 6 minutes of riding time, 6:30 of riding time.
Oh my God.
You know, if you can get on top and the guy can't get up, you're never gonna lose the match. You know, so.
JT's one of your frenemies, your rivals now.
Oh, no enemy about that. We get on the mat like we're competitors, but we're not enemies. You know, that's my best friend.
Frenemies.
Yeah, no,
Right?
I can't call him an enemy,
Okay.
even a little bit. No, that's
High school
competitive.
teammate.
Yeah.
Were you guys together all 4 years or 3 years?
3 years. I was a year ahead of him because I think he got held back in. junior
Okay,
high.
so 3 years. You and him were teammates for 3 years. You weren't state champs together. You were state placers
Well,
together.
we were teammates even before that on the BTW. You know, we played
Yeah.
t-ball together when we were little.
So crazy
you
because you're
know?
both from Amherst,
Both
right?
from Amherst. Yeah.
Okay, when you look like having a guy like JT, you know, competing against him. Did you guys wrestle at Easterns? I forget.
Semifinals.
Semifinals at Easterns. You beat him.
Yep.
He took fourth.
Yeah. I took
you,
first.
You beat Brucky in the finals.
No, Brucky lost to Phipps
You beat Phipps in the final.
And-
That's what it was. And then
yeah.
Brucky beat him for third
for
and
third and
fourth.
fourth.
That's a pretty good league.
Yeah.
When you look at having a guy like that, though, who you're competing against / best friends with, what's that dynamic like for you guys?
It was definitely like one of the weirder matches to prepare for, but outside of actually wrestling a match, you know, that's my brother. Like that's been my main drill partner when I've been home. We wrestle. I'm trying to get him better. He's trying to get me better. Even though we go to different schools, rival schools in the same conference, you know, that's not going to stop me from working with him.
All right, my man Elliot. How's my man Elliot doing?
Oh, he's wonderful.
Is
you
he
know.
still out of his mind?
Yeah. Why he wouldn't be any different? Yeah.
Is he?
He's working.
Is he still working on the railroad?
Yep, working on the railroad. That's an essential business. So you know, he's still out there.
Could you have had a better dad growing up with the whole situation in your story?
You could. There's always, you know, some way to be better or whatever, but I wouldn't want it any other way. He got me. He's the best. You know, I love that man. He's my stepdad, but he's as much as a real father to me as, you know, and as blood can be. He got me to Cornell. Like, he pushed me to the right place. He pushed me to Byrne. He pushed me to Ben Askren. Pushed me to Mitch Clark. You know, he's really been influential.
Having the teammates you have, you're starting to morph into Vito before my eyes. You got the chin. He has like a little facial hair usually sometimes when I see him. Right? He does that too, doesn't
Foreigner, yeah.
And then-
Yanni likes to go no mustache.
Okay,
just,
there
like,
you go.
Dagestan.
So you're starting to look like Yanni a little bit too. Having amazing teammates like that, and I know you don't get to wrestle those guys much because you're so much bigger than them. But what's it like having guys like, you know, Yanni could be an all-time great before it's said and done. Vito's unreal, right?
Unreal. Max Dean, unreal.
Max Dean, you've got just incredible coaches, the Dean brothers, right? I mean,
Tanks.
Coach Gray, Coach Cole. I mean, there's no question you guys are going to challenge for a team trophy.
For sure.
But what's it been like being in that room and having teammates like you have?
We have a lot of fun, honestly. You know, I think more than anything, we have a lot of fun when we're in the room. You know, we're always joking. It could be week before nationals. We're joking in the room. We're having a good time. And I think when it comes down to it, we got a room full of dudes who just really love to wrestle and really have fun with it, and that's what makes it so great. You know, and it's a blast. It's a blast being in that room.
Are you healthy right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
You look great, and I mean, yeah, you didn't look
I'm
not
feeling
healthy.
good.
I mean, is the back, everything?
Back's good, hamstring's good, everything's good.
What are we gonna do next year if there's no season? What's in your mind right now about no season potentially? Potentially talking about giving the year back. We just don't know, right, Ben?
Yeah, we don't know.
So
right now, I'm training to be a national champion. You know, I want to help my team win a team title, and you know what? If I'm gonna try to win the Hodge too. You know, I'm gonna try to win a pin title again. You know, all that.
How much of the Burnett's meant to you as far as coming to these since you were a little kid? Man, I remember you being here and just not wanting to be here.
Oh, no.
You hated it, you know, and we were pushing you guys pretty hard. Yeah. They were pushing you pretty hard. But what's this meant to you? I know you'd say Eric's influenced you the most, but having these guys in your life, coming to these camps, wrestling for their club, what's that done for you personally?
It's a family, you know, like those guys are family members. You know, I've some of my closest friends from Burnett Wrestling, you know, my whole life really. And at first, you know, even like I probably did hate wrestling when I first started, but
well, you were getting mollywopped and you were all long and
I'm all
gangly,
long. I mean,
right?
I'm tripping over myself.
Dudes were folding you up a lot too because you weren't very powerful.
No, and I'm still not, but still not powerful.
I didn't say that now.
Oh no, it's not a secret. Look at me, it's not a secret.
But you know, like when you're getting beat up and Elliot kept pushing you, right? I mean, how did they get you to stick with it?
I think it's probably isn't the best thing to say right now, but I think at first I really wanted to do it for my dad, you know, like, which isn't the best way to do it, but once I started doing it for myself is when I loved it. And that's when I really started loving it, when I wanted to do everything for myself and not so much to please dad, you know, it was for me.
Was there an aha moment, whether it be in practice, whether it be a tournament, whether it was at home? What was the moment where it turned from doing it for Elliot to do it for Ben? Do you know that moment? Can you even think?
It was probably like a little 2-year span.
What, when?
Where it was 7th, 8th grade, I think, but I was getting mollywopped the most, and even I had Eric asking me if, you know, do I want to try basketball? I was getting tall, you know, and I think I said to him, no, like I would never play basketball.
Eric asked you that?
He did ask me that, 7th grade year, yeah.
Well, how tall were you then? 6'2"?
No, I wasn't that tall yet. I was probably
about
like
6, weren't you?
No, probably like 5'10" at that point.
5'10", and you were under 100 pounds.
5'9", 5'10".
You were under 100 pounds.
Yeah, around 100. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
But,
and then when you were 120 and you qualified for the state tournament, how tall were you? You were over 6 then.
I was 6.
Yeah, you were
So
6
had to
then.
have been.
We 6'5", 6'6" now.
Yeah.
You're about 6'6". You look taller than 6'5".
Maybe 6'6", maybe with shoes.
Yeah, you're looking pretty tall right now. So I just like to hear it. All right. No aha moment though. Eric asking about basketball, something Elliot did.
And asking about basketball, I think through that, and then really, and my freshman year, I had the toughest year cutting weight. And I think after that, like, I was like, I'm tearing my body down for this. Like, I could just easily quit. Why won't I just quit? And I was like, oh, it's because, like, I'm a wrestler. I love this sport. Yeah,
So that's where you found your love, after you didn't have to cut weight anymore.
Well, through the cutting weight, where I was like, why am I still doing this? Like, oh, it's because I love this sport. It's weird.
And it's wild because from 120, you went to 152 and you made the state finals.
Yep.
So there was obviously like a switch there. Something happened there.
Yeah, I wasn't killing myself to make weight
Cutting
anymore,
weight.
you know?
No more cutting weight.
Yeah, I was fighting a growth spurt off by cutting weight. It was terrible.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
I think that's an understatement. So, all right. Do you got anything else for me?
Go Big Red. Yeah.
All right.
Go Big
Thanks for
Red.
the time. Hopefully we got a season. We'll talk then. And I just appreciate you, all right?
For sure. Yeah.